Show. We got a great show for you today with Jason Lock and Canfora. We have Robert Covington, and we also have Malcolm Delaney of your Atlanta Hawks here coming up after this break here. So I got to talk to my man Jason. He seems to be at sports. He does great work, insider, coaching carousel. Anything you need, Jason has it for you. Jason, how's life treating you, man?
I'm good. How's everything down there?
Man, I can tell you off the air, it's very amped down here. We're very excited in the ATL. Last game at the Georgia Dome, we're very excited about that. Falcons are playing high, flying high, as we say down here, rising up, man. We can't wait.
Yeah, it was quite a game last weekend, no doubt about that. And if I'm a Falcons fan, I'm particularly excited about the way the team got better. It seemed like each quarter, you know what I mean? As that game went on, they got better and better on both sides of the ball. Not that first scoring drive, you can't get too much better than that when Seattle had that epic drive, and then the Falcons answered. But I thought collectively, all sides of the ball, including special teams, they just seemed to continue to kind of shrug off that bye and get back into top form as the game went along. And we'll see, different challenge this week. Facing the best player in the NFL at the top of his game, and Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sure he'll be ready to play. And we'll see what the Falcons can cook up.
Oh yeah, now Jason, you ever seen the Georgia Dome so electric as it was on Saturday night? Because for me as a Covington team, it was electric in there. I never seen it, heard it that electric ever for a Falcon game ever in life.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, again, I've been in that stadium several times, covered some games there. Regular season and playoff back in my newspaper days. And I can, the year, the Dirty Birds year, the Gary Anderson, the Morton Anderson, the missed field goal year, right? Who was that? Was it Gary? Who was the kicker? It was Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson, yeah.
Yeah, Gary Anderson. That year with them getting into the, beating Minnesota and getting into the Super Bowl and Jamal Anderson and everything, it seemed like it was pretty rocking in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then, but that's a long time ago, and this is a little bit differently constructed team, and for it to be the end of that building as well. No, I mean, let's face it, it's not. No one's ever going to confuse it, right, with Lambeau Field and old RFK Stadium or the Bears' old stadium. It's not going to be confused with sort of the hallowed grounds of the NFL. But still, for that facility to be closing down and for there to be a circle closing going on there and the Falcons to extend their season, it was a legitimate home field advantage, no doubt about it.
Now, Jason, I'm a Davis. I'm 29. I've had it my whole life. Like, that's all I've known. Georgia don't stop at a kid. So I'm 29. They'll be 30. But it's like, that's all I've known is a dome. But that place next door is pretty nice next door. But I love their dome, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and trust me, you're gonna like that new place real quick. There's no doubt about that.
Now, we talk about the coaching carousel, Jason, is this. We got Kyle Shanahan pretty much going to San Francisco, and my question is this. If he leaves, takes some of his staff with him, how would it affect Matt Ryan going forward? He's made Matt Ryan a way better player than he was last year, top of his game in his career right now. So you felt losing Kyle will hurt him going forward?
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of Kyle Shanahans out there. We'll have to see how first of all, he hasn't accepted that job yet. And, things have a way of going off the rails, and it ain't over till it's over. And let's see when he sits down with Jed York on Monday or Tuesday in Atlanta, and they have these meetings, let's see where they go. But if everything stays on course, and if the 49ers are as much on wounded knee as I expect them to be, and if they give Kyle whatever he wants, then he probably will take that job. How many assistants does he bring with him remains to be seen. The bottom line is, though, Kyle is the straw that stirs that drink, and he is the offensive mastermind. He is the leader in game planning, and he is the play caller. And after some rough times last year and a little bit of a personality clash, these guys, once they got on solid footing, it's about as good of a symbiotic relationship as you're going to find in the league between play caller and quarterback executor. So, yeah, there's not another Kyle Shanahan on that staff. Like LaFleur, there's some guys who have promise, but no one who is going to be at the very cutting edge of everything. No one who's going to have Kyle's instincts. Kyle, to me, is one of the 3 to 5 best play callers in the NFL on either side of the ball. So I think there'll be some drop off, but they also have, collectively seen the heights that they've achieved together. And they know what works, and I think he's got Matt's confidence through the roof, and there's a preponderance of weapons there. So people shouldn't be worried about it's going to fall off the map or anything like that. But could this look? Let's say Matt Ryan plays for whatever six more years. Will people look back on this season as his most prolific? They just might.
Yeah, you're right about that. Now, folks, just looking forward here on the Bossman Show from CBS Sports. Now, also, Jason, does Kyle warrant full control in San Francisco? Because for me, seeing what they've done to Tom Sula, Harbaugh, and now Chip Kelly, I want some power, and I would want control of the GM. I pick the GM, so I won't be the one out after 1 year as well.
Well, I mean, the reality for him is he doesn't. Let's just look at the situation, because every situation is different. Every team, some of these coaching searches are very different than others. They're each kind of their own unique environment. They were the only team, San Francisco, that blew up their entire building. They told all their scouts, go do what you need to do, go down to the Shrine game. You're still going to get your paychecks for now, but all that's subject to change. And they fired, pretty much blew up the entire coaching staff. So this was the only team out of 32 in the NFL that had a blank slate on the personnel side and a blank slate on the coaching side. And people have pulled out of the job. People have taken other jobs. People, have fallen by the wayside. And it's really Kyle was the only man standing. And Kyle isn't just some, bobo, some guy who made it there by default. He and Josh McDaniels through this entire process were seen as the two, if you'd sort of done a straw poll with most GMs off the record, they tell you, yeah, these two are ready and these two are going to get jobs. So for it to be someone who had leverage coming in to now be the last man standing, and for the 49ers to have no other viable options and have to restart. If Kyle says no, just think about it. We're in the middle of next week. Everybody's already at the Senior Bowl, and it's not just a head coach. They need a head coach and 3 coordinators and, 15 assistant coaches and personnel directors and college scouting directors. I mean, they need the whole kit and caboodle. So it's not even so much about how much Kyle, wields a big stick and all that. It's just the reality of the situation. They are starting from scratch, and he is their guy. And so if he has strong feelings about a scouting director or a personnel director or things beyond the GM, they damn sight better listen, because, again, what is the alternative? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like promoting somebody from within. There's some guys who didn't get jobs who are okay, but, seriously, you don't want to be in late January, again, not just without a head coach, but without a plan, without a vision, without a staff.
You're right about that, because, like you said, draft was around the corner, Senior Bowl, Shrine, you're right around the corner. Now, speaking of the carousel as well, Jason, what's been your biggest surprise for us the carousel who didn't get a job or did get a job, actually?
I think things have played out kind of how I thought they would. The biggest surprise for me is probably Anthony Lynn, not him getting a job, but him getting a job and it's not the Buffalo Bills. Him getting the Chargers job, that came as a surprise to me, because they were primarily talking to special teams and defensive coaches. And I thought I know he had the inside track at the Bills job at one point. So for him to end up in San Diego, that wasn't one that you would have had me, in late December thinking that was possible. Everything else, I think, has kind of played out the way I thought it would. Josh McDaniels is always a bit of a wild card, and he's another guy. You've got to sell him. It's not just him, interviewing and telling you how great he is and how much he could help you. You've got to convince him that this is the team to hitch his wagon to, because he's got a great thing going there in New England, and every year he's going to continue to be a highly coveted guy. Outside of that, I think, Vance Joseph, John Elway almost hired him 2 years ago. That's always kind of been in the cards and not a surprise. As the search went on for the Rams and they couldn't make a splash, i.e. they couldn't convince Gruden to come out of retirement to do it. And, what else are they looking at? And Gruden tells them, well, don't hire me. Hire the 30-year-old version of me, which is Sean McVay, who Gruden has known, since McVay was a kid. So I knew that they would have a lot of interest in him. And frankly, for Falcons fans, you should be hoping that the Rams didn't hire McVay, because if the Rams didn't hire McVay, I bet the 49ers would have hired him by now and not continued to wait for Kyle. But McVay being off the books and no longer sort of a coaching free agent has really put the 49ers in the bind they're in, which is Kyle or bust.
Now, Jason, I read a report from out there that McDaniels is looking at the jobs in Detroit and Tennessee next year, but I mean, he'd be his targets he's looking at for next year. Are you hearing that same thing? Is that
absolutely?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, from the moment he pulled out, and I talked to people close to him, he just wasn't ready to move his family across country for this job at this point. But he has very strong ties to Detroit's GM from their time together in New England. He has even stronger ties to Tennessee's GM, John Robinson, from their time together in New England. And I would put Indianapolis on that list as well. If Irsay doesn't blow up his organization here now, if he doesn't convince somebody to come in there and clean it up for him now, and he sticks with Pagano and Grigson as his brain trust next year, unless they have a great season, he will be forced to blow it up next year. And that's another job that McDaniels would have interest in. I think he's kind of more of a Midwest guy. You know, he's from Ohio. Him in a huge city like San Francisco or like L.A., I'm not sure that would be a great fit. And you're talking in Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Detroit, three teams that have franchise quarterbacks in place. Indianapolis and Tennessee play in a horrible division where any given year you could win 9 games against mediocre competition and be hosting a playoff game. And, you know, Detroit and Indianapolis are climate-controlled. And when you're a guy like Kyle, and you're a guy like Josh or Adam Gase, who's an offensive mastermind, when you don't have to worry about Mother Nature, you don't have to worry about, oh, man, it's going to be 95 degrees this week, so I can't run the ball as much as I want. Or, oh, man, it's going to be a blizzard this week, so all I can do is run the ball. Or, oh, man, it's going to be 55-mile-an-hour wind, so I can only throw short passes. When you take that out of the equation, and you know, like Detroit, you're going to have 8 home games climate-controlled, plus Minnesota's in a dome, plus you might pick up another road game in a dome every year, and you're looking at 10/16 of your schedule as being, it's me and not having to worry about anything out of my control, you want to sign up for that.
Yes,
You'll take that over, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Over some of these other situations like, you know, going to Chicago, you know what I mean, going to Cleveland or Cincinnati, where a lot of things are going to be out of your control in terms of the weather.
I got a couple more for you, Jason. In your area, right there in Baltimore, John Harbaugh, is he in trouble next year? Because he kept Marty Morningweg, which shocked me. If he doesn't win next year, is the Harbaugh time in Baltimore up now?
I think it'll be a decision for the owner to make. If they're not an improved team next year and they're not a playoff team next year, then he's going to have to decide between Harbaugh or Ozzie, or both. You know, is our problem talent, which the talent is not what it used to be, or is our problem coaching? And I'll tell you this, Harbaugh would have a couple of years left on his contract. If they wanted to trade Harbaugh, they'd be able to trade him for, I think, a first-round pick, maybe a first-round pick and something else. I think you could be looking at 10 teams that want head coaches next year. I think we'll see a bloodletting next year in front office and coaching ranks. So you've got to factor that in. So, yeah, everybody around here knows that this will be a telling season, and this team does not make changes very often. They're not like a lot of these knee-jerk organizations where they're constantly chasing their tail. But Harbaugh kind of dug his feet in and said, I'm sick of firing coach. I've been doing nothing but firing coaches since I've been here. But on the personnel side, you don't see them blowing it up every year. You don't see them firing a bunch of scouts or a bunch of personnel directors. So you know what? I'm going to keep my offensive coordinator. And maybe he didn't say all this verbally, but the way I read this situation was him saying, I need more players. Like, so we want to have 8 coordinators in 9 years. Okay, we could do that, but like, we've never had a true number 1 receiver the entire time I've been here. I mean, really, the history of the Ravens franchise, they've never had a true number 1 receiver. So, yeah, there's a lot of, as the owner said himself, Steve Bisciotti, he said the pitchforks are out. And he's talking about the media and the fans here and people saying this isn't up to snuff. This isn't Ravens football. This isn't what people have become accustomed to. And I think there's problems to go around. But at the end of the day, to me, Harbaugh's a hell of a head coach. And
he sure is.
I wouldn't be fired him without, trying real hard to trade him first.
And a final one for you, Jason. With the Chargers moving to L.A. now, Carson, rather, they're already to
Carson for 2 years, but then it's going to be Inglewood. It's going to be L.A.
Is the NFL game with West Coast musical chairs over? And what other stadiums are in trouble where teams may be wanting to move if they don't get a new stadium? Because for me, I cover the Titans as well. LP Field, and Nissan Stadium is not the best in the world. It's getting old. It was built on the cheap. So I think maybe could they be an issue down the road as well? So get your feeling about that.
Yeah, the issue there is ownership and whether they can get compliant with all the league rules and whether all of Bud Adams' heirs can get together and either make Amy Adams, if she can afford to buy the entire franchise herself, then she can be the singular owner the way the NFL bylaws regulate. Or if she can't, then they better find somebody who can. So I think the issue there is more ownership than stadium. They can continue to do some upgrades there, and the league believes in Nashville. There's a strong corporate community there between, the music scene and some banking and everything else. So I don't think there's any issues there. I mean, really, we're down to two teams now that have, from a stadium standpoint, antiquated facilities. It's Buffalo and Jacksonville. Buffalo's not going anywhere. Terry Pegula is a billionaire multi-times over. He's from Western New York. He's committed to that area. He owns the Buffalo Sabres, the hockey team there. He's very much a rah-rah Buffalo guy. So it may take some time. It may take some arm wrestling, but they'll eventually build a stadium there. Jacksonville, a lot of people in the league think they're going to London. I mean, they think if the league truly moves a team to London at the end of this decade, Jacksonville is far and away the most likely candidate for that. You can weigh the markets and their pluses and minuses and strengths and weaknesses. There aren't a whole lot of people, again, at the league level where follow the money trumps all, who believe that Jacksonville is anything close to being as strong as London would be. And let's face it, you've got St. Louis out there without a team now. You're going to have Oakland soon without a team, and San Diego. I don't know that Jacksonville's as strong an NFL market as any of those. May not even be as strong as San Antonio. So I think it's really down to those two teams in terms of stadium issues over the next 2 decades until some of these other ones become more dilapidated. And really, I think it's just Jacksonville because Buffalo's eventually going to get a stadium.
You're right about that. Well, Jason, this has been great to have you on the show, man. I've been a fan of your work since your NFL Network days. So I've been following you ever since, man. Good fun having you on the show. Hope I see you in Houston. The Falcons go to Houston. I'll probably see you there, right?
I'll be there all week. I trust me. I'm sure you'll find me on Radio Row.
All right, brother. I'll see you, man. Jason, thanks for your time tonight, brother.
My pleasure, brother. Have a good one.
All
Thank
right,
you.
folks. Just like a friend of the Bossman Show, Mr. Robert Covington after the break.
Je m'appelle Ivy Leaguer.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Folks, back in the Gerald the Bossman Show. Just talk Jace Locking for CBS Sports. Now we're talking to one of our own here, TSU alum, Robert Covington here on the Bossman Show. 76 is small forward, doing big things. Rob, man, how's things been going with you, brother?
Everything's been going good on my end, man. It's been a great transition this year. I've developed a lot, and I've really gotten better as a player.
Man, have you ever, man, I'm going to tell you, bro, from the moment I seen you play OKC this year, I said to myself, you all going to have a great season this year because you all competed against OKC, down to the wire. Joel Embiid was out there, man. So just for you personally, what's the biggest difference you've seen in your team this year from the previous teams you've been on in Philadelphia?
The biggest thing for me has been, we've transitioned and become a great overall defensive team, man. We're playing both sides and we're playing great basketball because we've been blessed to, have the transition as far as, having very versatile guys and really doing a lot. We have so many guys that come in and fill voids whenever somebody gets subbed out. That has been, a good thing for us.
Now, last year you had Elton Brown on your team. What did that guy mean to you guys' growth for this year? Because that's a constant professional, guy been in the league for years, but he was out helping you guys out and coaching Brown out. So what did Elton mean to you guys as players going to this year now after having him around last year?
Elton was a great guy for us. He taught us a lot as far as, the ins and outs of, the league and how we play and whatnot. He's experienced a lot as a player. He's had a great career over 17 years, and it's been one thing that really has, we really needed, for, the experience of being a young team.
And you know what's crazy about it? You're the vet on that team pretty much, man. Like, they looking to you. Like, you're the guy leading them on defense because you play hard. You're a two-way player. Your offensive game has evolved. So you feel like you are the kind of the vet on that roster. Those guys looking to you now for advice because you've been in the league for 4 years now.
Yeah, I'm one of the veteran guys on the team because we sat up here and I've been through a lot and I've experienced a lot as far as, transition. So I've learned from guys. I've had, a veteran team when I played in Houston. And then, I had guys like Jason Richardson, my first year here, then last year, Elton Brand. And this year we have, Jared Bayless, Gerald Henderson. And just their experience alone has been, a blessing for us because we also have Elton now. He's not playing, but he's also, still around. So, I've learned a lot, and then that transition as a player to have so many great guys that talk to me and, done a lot for me. It's just, I've absorbed everything that they've told me, and it's been a blessing for me. I just embark, and I really listen to everything that they've taught me, and I really try to put it into motion and try to lead the guys that's, that's behind me, that hasn't been in the league that long, and the guys that's younger than me.
Folks, yeah, Robert Covington here, Sixers are here on the Bossman Show. He'll be in town Saturday playing your Atlanta Hawks here, but that's my man from TSU, so I talk to him. I trumps everything TSU over everything the family people believe that. Now, Rob, like, for you, man, what has Coach Brown meant to you, man? But you've got been through a lot together, those tough losses, but his lessons that he gives you all, the fact that the way he just such a father figure to you guys, like, what has he meant to you, and what has his leadership meant to the team in general? Because he's such a loving guy. From afar, if it looks like to me, he's a guy that always has your guys' back, trying to coach you all, trying to help you all. What has he meant to you, man?
Coach Brown, man, like you said, we've been through a lot over the past 3 years. The ups and downs have really taught us a lot. Coach comes from a winning culture, when he was in the Spurs. So, he tried to bring that same, mindset and that same intensity here and help us develop as young players, because that's what happened when he was in San Antonio, and that's what helped them become a great team. So, his experience alone and all the knowledge that he shared with us, it's been a blessing, because not everybody can have like a veteran coach like that really can, share some of the experience and try to help motivate players, and continue to push them. We've been through a lot over the past 3 years. He's helped me grow as a player, just from experience and, the challenges that he's put forth towards me. So, I love Coach Brown. Everything that we've been through, it really means a lot to me, because, without him, we never know what position we'd be in, and he's put us in, great position to, be great as players. And, the player development aspect has been a big thing that he's really, pushed, and he's really, worked on with us.
Now, I talked to a guy about this in the league about how you as a player, because you've played with so many different guys in and off your roster. It's sort of kind of guy you are, but that you can play with anybody. Like, you've got guys on 10-day contracts in and out, unguaranteed contracts, and just there for a little second. You play with different kind of players, and you still do your thing, which to me tells how you can play with anybody. You're a selfless guy. Anybody you can deal with anybody. So is that how you feel about yourself? You can play with any player, whoever it may be, D-League guy, 10-day contract guy, or star, that you can blend in with whoever you with.
Absolutely. That's always been my game, growing up. I've been able to play with, many of players that has really, helped me. A lot of people, everybody don't do the same thing. So, different aspects of people's game, it helps your game, and it also allows you to see other things. So, like you said, over the past 3 years, I've had a lot of teammates that, you've learned a lot and you played with, you had great times with. And, that's one thing that really has been a blessing, because, it's unfortunate that I've had so many, but, through them times you build relationships, and you build friendships throughout that time that, some that last forever. So, it's guys that, I've had teammates, some of them I'm still cool with, some of them still keep in touch, periodically. And when we go into town and guys are still in the league, we still hang out and everything. So I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I've been with a lot of teammates that really, have helped me, and I've really enjoyed being a part with them and playing with them.
And it was key, Rob, is for you just as well, that, hey, man, each one of these guys, you take something from them. No matter what they do, something you can learn from each player that you play with. So you got a lot of players you can kind of borrow from and add into your game to make you even a better player going forward in your career.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody, like I said, everybody does a little something different, and nobody's the same. So, you learn a lot. You learn about people's, pathways and where they get to where they are. So it's been one thing to, hear people's story and really see what they've been a part of. And that's one thing that, people don't take for granted, because everybody, like you said, everybody's story is not the same. And that's what, really sets and stays for me, throughout lifetime, because, people's journey and hearing people's story, it really means a lot.
And Rob, for you, man, coming to watch you guys play, I always get Joel Embiid out there warming up real hard, out playing. But, man, he's on the court with you guys, making plays, potentially being an all-star reserve, and when they announce that next week. So where's this guy meant to you all on the court? Seeing this guy actually shoot the three-pointer, play in the post, defend, rebound, just make it a Ricky Havoc down there for you guys, to be in the back line, help you guys needed to stop these guys going to this glass, man.
The 2 years that I've been with them, that Joel hasn't played, I always said that he has a very special ability that will allow us to really transition our game and really mold us and to help us becoming the team that we want to be. And he's so versatile. He's so gifted, in so many ways that, guys like him come around Diamond like once in a lifetime. He has so many abilities. He's learned from so much. He's watched so many people that, he takes different parts of each game, and he really instills it in his own, and his work ethic is tremendous. So, I love Joel, his whole demeanor. He's hardworking, he's passionate, and he really enjoys everything that he's done. So that's one thing that has been good for us, and we really enjoy playing with Joel because he has, like you said, his tenacity, his demeanor, it stands out, and you see it when we play on the court.
And how electric is Wells Fargo Arena these days, man, with you guys competing every night? Because, you be honest, last year, 2 years ago, you really couldn't say you guys could win any game you play. But this year, I feel like any game you guys play, you get the job done with the talent you got around you, with Henderson, Rodriguez, yourself, Dario Saric, Embiid, Okafor, Noel. Whenever you want to go to, you have the option. So just knowing that you go out there, and McConnell as well, how does it feel with them fans around you guys cheering you on, knowing that you guys can compete and be scrappy every day when any game you play now going forward?
It's amazing. That's what everyone's been waiting for. The whole trust the process thing has been a big thing that a lot of people have really, been waiting on. And Joel, he's added to that. Now that everything that everybody's been waiting for is starting to fall into motion. We're starting to turn this whole culture around, and it's really, really contagious compared to, previous years. So we've done great things, and, it's only the beginning. We're halfway through the season now. So it's crazy how much better we've gotten over the year. And, it just puts that ground foundation to where, our mentality will be over the next few years as we continue to develop this team and we continue to get better.
And as you develop yourself, Rob, I've talked to some scouts who say that they have the game plan for you now, that you're on the scouting report now, and that you have to have a plan for you because you play both ends of the floor. You're a two-way player. So how does that feel when you know the scouts are now having to pay attention to you in the games? The coach has to put you on the board. Now, we got to defend Covington. We have to watch out for this guy. How does it make you feel knowing that scouts and coaches are really keen on you for what you got going on out on the court now?
That just tells you how much, my work ethic says. I've developed over the past 3 years of becoming, a two-way player. Coach always speaks on 3 and D players, and that's what I've done over the past 2 years. I've developed myself and really put myself in a great position, and my teammates, my coaching staff has really helped me get to that point. It's not just been a thing that's been on my own end. I've had some supporting cast that have really helped me to get to where I'm at, and I enjoyed the process, and I'm really enjoying what I'm capable of. And, that's only the beginning because it's so much that can be worked on. So, and I'm just looking forward to, continue to see the growth in myself.
And how you feel about this? Coach Brown uses push the best perimeter guy, you defend that guy. And I feel like you're becoming a more elite defender every game you play. You're getting better and better and better out there defensively. So how does it make you feel knowing that you're kind of be a defensive stopper? And how does it inspire your team around you and see you out there in the perimeter defending LeBron's hard, guys like Kyrie hard, Steph Curry's hard, Harden's hard, or Westbrook, whoever it may be, you out there defending them hard. How does it make your team feel when you see you putting the effort out there on that end of the floor as well?
Coach has always told me that, my gift is, I'm really good with my hands, and I'm very, very athletic, long. And I've been able to, guard multiple positions. So now that, I can take on that role and also be a threat on the offensive end, it just makes it that much more valuable. And my teammates alone, they see what I'm doing. They really, keep working just the same way. And other guys, they're taking on that same mentality to where we've got guys that can guard multiple positions as well. And, they see how I've transitioned, just from becoming an offensive player and, subpar on D to, one of the team's best defenders. It's just a testament of how much, work ethic and how much pay attention to details and like how the game has changed and how my game has changed. And, coaches put that on me, and I take that, each and every night. Anytime I see a matchup, I go in, make sure I got to do my job, because at the end of the day, I got to go out there each and every night and take on the best, every time I step on the court. And when my teammates see me doing that and my demeanor and how I carry myself, it's contagious, and they follow suit. So.
Sure, no doubt. Leading by example, man. And as you became a leader on this team, man, what is your leadership style? Are you more of a guy that goes to guys' face, or you more of a guy that lead by example? You kind of put them to the side, try to teach them the points or how you want coach wants it done, because you know coach system better than a lot of the guys is there. So is that how you do it, brother?
It's a few ways you do it. You lead by, like you said, it's all them things. You lead by example. You talk to guys, you put them to the side, tell them the things. But, yeah, you got to make sure that, all of us are on the same page on one aspect of the game, because, the game, one small error could make a big impact on the game. So, me, paying attention to detail and really holding everyone accountable, it really makes us that much more valuable. And it makes me that much valuable because my teammates put so much trust into me to be that for them. So, it's a great feeling, and I take on that role with high praise. So I just got to keep on doing that and keep on, pushing and keep on leading the team.
No doubt. And Rob, I find one for you, man. Just from my list, I want to ask this question. What is your favorite arena to play in on the road? So which one of the arenas on the road gets you going the most?
The craziest arena I've played in had to be Oracle and OKC. So just them arenas on that atmosphere, LA also. Those have been some of the craziest arenas I've played in. Even when I go home to Chicago, is that being in that arena as a kid, watching them games, and now I'm actually being able to play. That's some of the craziest things, craziest arenas that I've played in, and that atmosphere alone is just tremendous.
Now, have you been keeping up with the TSU Tigers and what Coach Dana Ford is doing? And did you get a chance to see that game they played at Duke and how they was up in the second half and they could have won that game? But you know how the OVC refs, when you go on them games that you're paying for, they don't want to call no fouls for you. Did you catch that game? Did you see them guys play hard against Duke, man?
Yeah, absolutely. I was tuned in that game. That's one of Duke was one of the top teams in the country. And, for them to go and play the way they did, it just shows, how much grit they have as players and what Coach Ford has, done to change the culture around there. Previous years when I was there, we did a shift in culture as well. So, just to see him go there and take on that role and, have them guys do the same thing, it's amazing because, you kind of see that, we laid the foundation there and him following behind what we did and the players that he has. And it's been amazing to see that.
No doubt. Well, Rob, I think for your time, man, before the season Saturday against the Hawks, man, good luck to that game, man. I'll see you one or another, brother. TSU for life, brother.
All right, now. Thank you, man.
No doubt, folks. Robert Covington here on the Bossman Show.
DJ JT.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, Blueberry Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
The Bossman Show is joined by Robert Covington and Jason Canfora. But now, go to our hometown Atlanta Hawks. We have our backup point guard, number 5, Malcolm Delaney, here on the Bossman Show. Malcolm, what's good, my brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Chill. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I just want to ask you, man, what's it been like for you, man, playing for the Hawks now after being overseas 5 years, man? What's the experience been like being here at the ATL, man, playing Flips Arena every night, man?
I mean, for me, it's just, the NBA just makes me appreciate the game a little bit more. Since I've been, the last 5 years traveling around Europe, just being able to play at this level, with this lifestyle, with everything that surrounds the NBA, being around my family more, and just having, accessibility to everything dealing with our culture, it just makes me appreciate it a lot more.
And what was it like to play overseas, man? How was the environment over there? How's the game over there, first of all? What's the environment living overseas, being an African-American guy over there, and then over there in Europe? Man, how was that for you?
For me, I just went over there with the mindset of, trying to make money, making sure that I was living a better life, and my family was good, getting them out the city. So, for most people, there's a lot of people who can't survive that. But for me, I just, I had tunnel vision on the end goal and the end result, and, that's where I am now. But as far as the business is cutthroat. You lose a game or two over there, it's like the end of the world. You lose 4 or 5 straight, people start going home, coaches get fired. So it's the biggest difference, and that's the biggest difference that I've seen, so far with the NBA and playing over there. They take every single game a lot more serious over there. In NBA, you play so many that you got a chance to recover, from playing a few bad games, but over there you don't have the opportunity.
Folks, Malcolm Delaney here on the Bossman Show over your hometown Atlanta Hawks. Now, Malcolm, I want to ask you this, man, for you, man, did that lockout kind of force you overseas? Because, look, you came out of Virginia Tech in 2011, and then the lockout was during that time. So did that lockout kind of force you over there? So you was like, hey, I want to make me some money. I don't want to be stuck waiting on them to get on off a lockout. So is that an accurate assessment that I'm looking at based on when you came out of school?
Yeah, it didn't really flush me over. I had a good agent who, we were talking about the lockout a year before that, because I put my name in the draft my junior year, which is the year that I probably should have left, but I had an ankle injury that, I wouldn't have been able to get through the process with. So I went back to school. But, yeah, I know about the lockout a year before, so my agent had a plan. I was going to make some money regardless until the lockout was over. But, we just figured that I didn't want to wait around for a possibility when I had guaranteed money on the table. And I could work my way up to the top of Europe and make, great money until it was time to come back.
Exactly. And I think do you feel like a lot of guys don't give their agents and think realistically it's only NBA or bust, and then they end up, they don't make the league, that they just don't have a plan. So do you feel like that more kids should get with an agent who cares about them and looking at the big picture rather than being tunnel vision on the NBA only? There's other options to play ball and make money if you still want to play ball after you get out of college.
For sure. And I mean, there's a lot of agents who have that, but it's just a lot of people who aren't realistic. A lot of these, players out here, like you said, they think it's NBA or nothing. And I deal with some people directly who feel that way as well. But for me, like I said, I was being realistic. I knew that I should have been playing in the NBA. I had, a better college career than 90% of this draft. I went through my draft workouts and did what I was supposed to do. But, you know how the game goes, and I didn't really let that affect me. I just wanted, as long as I continue to play basketball, make my money, like I said, improve my lifestyle and just get an opportunity whenever it presented itself, then that was cool for me. I didn't have to, chase the NBA or play in the D League and take minimum contracts when I can just go overseas and make, a lot of money and then come back when people actually wanted me to be a part of a team and play a role instead of just coming back just to be the 15th man. Never know when you're going to get cut or, sent to the D League. So I think my path, was tough, but like I said, I respect and I appreciate the game more from the path I took.
And when the Hawks contacted you, how did it make you feel like knowing that, hey, this is a good situation? So, and what about the situation made you feel like it was a good fit for you? Because they had signed Jared Jack, they had Dennis Schroeder, just made him the point guard, traded away Jeff Teague, and people thought it would be Jared Jack. Who this Delaney guy? Who they signed? So, did you kind of see his opportunity, because Jack was hurt, that you could make this roster and actually be the backup point guard on his team?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that at all. I signed before Jared, and I actually, the Hawks put me in last summer, but some things didn't go right with some things that they wanted to do, and I went back and played another year overseas. So I had already had contact with Wes. We had a good relationship. Like I said, I came down, I met with them, and had a meeting with Bud and Darvin. Worked out with them for 3 days, just so they can get to know me a little bit more. So I actually thought that I would be here, last summer. But throughout my last season overseas, Wes came and see me, talked to him again. He told me that whenever they had the opportunity and they had the roster space, that they would definitely bring me in. So going into the offseason, I already knew that Atlanta was going to be one of the teams, who made a push for me. I had a few others, but I just felt like with the style of play here and the culture around here, the type of guys they bring in, that this would be, the right situation for me. And they wanted to bring me in to play. That I wasn't worried about making a roster. I had a 2-year guaranteed contract. And Wes told me that I would have a good opportunity here. So, it just sounded good to me. And I knew what I could do and what I was going to camp doing. So it was cool for me.
And we see what you're doing on that court, man. You out there balling for real, man. And what's it like playing for Coach Bud? What kind of coach is he, man? He seems like such a cool guy to play for. He holds you accountable, but he's a guy that lets you play. You move the ball. If you defend and you should get effort at the end of the floor, he lets you do your thing on the offensive end. Is that kind of how Bud is from what I'm reading from the outside looking in?
Yeah, he's a player's coach. He's not one of these crazy coaches going around that players have all the stories about. But like you said, he holds everybody accountable. You have to play defense for sure, and move the ball. And it's the type of system that I'm used to from playing in Europe. And, this year it was a big thing for me to just improve my defense and do other things to stay on the floor, because normally, I played 36 minutes a game or whatever I was overseas, 35. And I had to score, I had to be the one setting everybody else up and then try to play defense as well. So just having a smaller role here and less minutes, I can, try to do other things to help the team win. And I'm not playing exactly, how I play, my style, but I just, I can adapt to any role. And I think that's why they like me here, because I don't have to score or I don't have to, dominate the ball to help the team win. And I think this year, a lot of people, they're not seeing all of my game, but they get to see bits and pieces. And whatever coach gives me, I try to do my best and make it work with the time that I get. So I'm happy to be here, man.
Oh yes, and Malcolm, I'm gonna tell you, man, I love your game, man, because you come out there, you get the ball, people involved, you make your shot, you drive to the basket. It's like you just split right in, like you blend in. You're not standing out, you blend in. That's kind of what Bud wants and how your game is. Like you're a chameleon, you can play with anybody. Anybody you can play with, and that's what the guys you want on your roster, a guy that can play with anybody on the roster 1 through 15.
Yep, and that's what the biggest thing I learned overseas. I played in 4 different countries and. It was 4 different styles and 4 different coaches. And, for me, it was just like my biggest thing is to make sure everybody around me is happy. Being a point guard, I always take pride in, being a good teammate first and then, having everybody happy while I'm on the court with them and them wanting to play with me. So that's my biggest thing, just trying to be unselfish and making sure I can do whatever is possible for the team to win.
Watch the game against Boston when Al Horford came to town. I said to myself, Malcolm has Coach Bud's trust because he wants you in the entire fourth quarter. And so how does it feel knowing that Coach Bud's going to ride the hot hand? He trusts in you to let you run the team and bringing the Hawks back when that game was out of reach. Boston had making a run, making shots, but you and your secondary crew, you in the fourth quarter, got the team back, could have won that game there. Isaiah Thomas made a heck of a shot. This is who the guy is. But knowing the coach went with you that whole quarter, you bring the team back and still could have won that game there after a tough night.
Yeah, for me, that feels normal. That's just what I'm used to. I'm used to closing games, taking last shots and making those plays down in the stretch of games. Like I said, it's not my role now. That's Dennis's role, but I'm going to be ready whenever the time is. And if I can, the last game, he left me and I played more minutes and I was able to, kind of show a little bit of what I can do, a little bit more than normal. But I'm going to be ready. Like I tell everybody, whether he plays in 10 minutes or 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm going to do my best. Whatever I can do, then I'm going to bring that to the table to help us win. And that was just one of those games where, I played well and, we made a push in the end. And coaches, he showed a few times that he would leave me in if, I was playing that well and our group we had the momentum. So I'm just happy, to get the opportunity and to be able to do that.
And where's been the key to this stretch you guys have been on since the overtime we went against the Knicks at home that we talked about off the air a little bit there? Like, it seemed like that game we went in overtime. Since that game, you guys have been on this great stretch and 4th in the East, lead in the Atlantic Division, Southeast Division rather. You lead that division now, so you can kind of see Boston and Toronto right there in front of you. So, what's been key to this stretch for you guys, man?
I think just playing unselfish, even having enough time to get in the gym and get our work in individually. And as a team, I think when we had that bad stretch, we had 24 days with no practice. So, when things started going downhill, it just all started to snowball and everybody, just kind of affected everybody. Now, we get a little more time. They're doing a lot of time management with us, getting the individuals in and making sure that we got the game plans down packed. Everybody's more focused after losing those games. And, we just been playing unselfish. And I think when we do play unselfish and move the ball and play Bud's system, then it's tough to beat us, especially when we're playing tough on the defensive end.
Bro, I saw this on a picture of your car, man. These cats filled your joint up with popcorn after you got your car washed. And I was thinking to myself, that was me. I would be like, man, what's wrong with these dudes? Like, they tripping for real. So, man, what was your reaction when you saw that these dudes and filled up your car while they had popcorn?
I mean, for me, it was, I didn't expect it. Because usually they do it to rookies, when rookies, do bad stuff or they on the bait, the rookie duties. But Torian had called me and he was mad because they popcorn his car. So he called me and he was mad about his. So I kind of figured they would have got mine too if they got his. And I walked out, and it was the day where they come and wash our cars. So my thing was you could at least did it when the truck was dirty. They waited till the car got clean and then did it. So it's cool though, but what goes around comes around. So it all comes back around when people do stuff like that.
Exactly. I'm like, man, I just bought me a new car. I'll be this fiery hot man if I see that, man.
It is, man. But people they do that. They hide behind that. They don't say who did it or nothing. So.
If I had a stick suspicion, I would think who did it. If I ain't gonna name any names.
No, I got some ideas who did it, but it's cool.
If it was me, I think it's a tall guy that was that number 8. That's what I would think. But
It could have been Dwight, but I don't think Dwight set that up. Dwight plays a lot, but I don't see him doing that.
I got
but
you, man.
I got some ideas who it was.
Hey, final one for you, Malcolm, is this, man. I want to get behind the process, man. What's the typical game day like for you, man, for you getting ready for a game, for a home game? What's kind of your process? How you get ready to go out there and Phillips Arena each night and play for these fans of the ATL, man?
For me, I don't have a crazy pregame ritual. I just, we have shoot around in the morning. I usually, just go through shoot around. We do like a light individual, like 15 minutes before shoot around, so I get some shots up, and then after shoot around, I shoot. Probably I do like a 7 spot, and I got to make 5 out of 7 3-point shots, and then 10 free throws in a row just to finish it. The shoot around out, and then I just go home, eat a salad, maybe watch a TV show or two, and then take a nap, and then get up, go back to the arena. We have another individual for 10 minutes. We all have like shooting time, so get on the court for 10 minutes, work out, and come back to the locker room, eat a turkey burger, and take a shower, get ready for the game.
Turkey burger, man. That's pretty
man.
Healthy. Look, man, like a real quick story, man. Look, man. Turkey bacon got me in trouble one time with my lady. I told her, I said I didn't like it in front of her salon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize I was doing something that was wrong. I said I didn't like it. she sent me to the couch.
Bacon.
She sent me to the couch for that. I'm like, turkey bacon. I don't real bacon. I don't know turkey bacon.
There's only one kind of bacon for me. Turkey bacon don't count.
Exactly, man. Well, Malcolm, it's great to have you on the show, man. I got to do it again with you real soon, man. For the scene Saturday out at the game, man, and good luck to you Friday against the Bulls, man, and if you win Sixers on Saturday, man.
I appreciate that, man.
All right, bro. Malcolm Delaney here on the Bossman Show. Coming in, this is the Boss Report after the break.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Bossman Show. We had a great show for you today. We've had Jason Canfora, CBS Sports, Robert Covington, your Sixers, and we got Malcolm Delaney of your hometown, Atlanta Hawks. But now, for the first time this year, 2017, he's out there doing his thing at Cloud Blue Friday nights, clicks on Saturday nights. It's the P. Diddy of karaoke, doing only J.C. Smith. What's good, bro?
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, boss?
Hey, hype, man. Ready for this weekend, man. Big sports weekend ATL, big things popping, and hopefully the Falcons going to Houston, knocking.
Hey, bro, I gotta admit, man, you know, the Falcons, they looking like they hungry for that first Super Bowl ring, man. So I know Atlanta gonna be crazy this weekend, man.
I can't wait for it. You know what else is crazy, bro? It's the Boss Report. So, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. All right, boy, first story of the day is this. Georgia man was arrested after attacking his wife due to her excessive sweating. This is hilarious. Excessive sweating. Oh, my God. Caused by, quote, global warming and Dragon Ball Z.
All right. So lady has excessive sweat glands. I'm probably say she's probably a plus size woman.
Yeah.
Oh man, what the hell Dragon Ball Z got to do with it, though, man?
Exactly. Like what?
You know what the hell Goku got to do with this, man? Goku ain't got nothing to do with it.
How do you blame it on global warming and Dragon Ball Z?
That's crazy, fool. Yeah, man. That's a wild one, dog. I don't even know what to do with that one, man. Stupid. But, so dude attacked her? He hit her or something?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, you know, I don't like nobody, you know, that sweats a lot. You ever shook somebody's hand?
Yes.
And they got sweaty hands? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, it's the worst, man. Yeah, man. So imagine somebody's whole body sweating like that. I bet they would make you want to do something to somebody, man. But still, all right. What the hell? How does Dragon Ball Z come into play? I can see global warming, but what does Dragon Ball Z got to do with it, man?
Exactly. How does Vegeta and Piccolo make you sweat excessively or freeze?
I don't know, man. That's a new one right there, though. I don't know how he came up with that one.
Well, naked machete-wielding Florida man is arrested after attacking ex-wife's new boyfriend after seeing them out hanging on South Beach.
Wow, and homie had a machete?
Yep.
Ooh, man, it's either two things coming to the equation. Either she had that good, or he worried that old boy is giving his ex-girl that good. It's either one of those two things going on right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Either one of the two things going on. Either he couldn't come strong to the plate. He got with somebody else that could. Or, man, she got that Erykah Badu womb.
Exactly. Here we go. Georgia cop arrested after posting nude pics of fellow cop on social media after relationship went south.
Man, you know what? I mean, that happens. You rarely see, people in authority doing something like that, dog. I've heard cases like that, man, where things go bad, it goes south, man, and you want to find the best way to get back at somebody. Boom. Here comes some pictures.
Exactly. To the point. And here it is right here, bro. Florida man is arrested after using a truck full of icy hot and peroxide to melt new skating rink because, quote, it's affecting his level.
Wait a minute. What now? What? Say what now?
Okay. Florida man's arrested after attempting to use a truck full of icy hot and peroxide to melt new ice skating rink because, quote, it's affecting his level.
Affecting his level of what?
Exactly. Exactly. What level is affected by this?
Yeah, it's like he on a new level. Like what level is he doing? Is he skating? Is he playing hockey? Like what's going on? I need more details, boss.
I just copied the headline down, bro. It's like that's all it takes. Like that's all the headline said. It gave me nothing else.
Oh wow, yeah, we need more context clues on that one, man. We don't know what's going on.
Well, we know what's going on here. Arizona man arrested after beating down coworker with a box of Krispy Kremes due to, quote, repetitive releasing of gas at inopportune times.
Man, yeah, hey man, catch them hands, man. You know what I'm saying? You letting out some erroneous odors there, man. You gotta be careful with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, man, they eat the wrong thing and then they just pollute the whole ozone, man.
Exactly. You left up that Taco Bell.
Oh yeah. Especially like some day-old Taco Bell too. Oh nah, it's a wrap.
If we have the interior gas, maybe getting your iPhone like, oh Lord, it's getting the inside too, and the outside.
Crazy.
Killing.
Yeah, man, just skunk. Straight up skunk smell, man.
Man, what you said, here we go. Florida couple is arrested after being busted in the middle of a smash session in the fitting room at Walmart.
Wow, man, so many things I love about the Bossy Report, especially Florida. Florida gonna give you a couple of stories, and we always say Walmart. Walmart was like the club back in the day, first of all. So I'm not surprised you're gonna find somebody smashing in the fitting room at Walmart, and then just to have it happen in Florida really, really just makes my heart smile right now because I love Florida, man. You know how I feel about the state of Florida. So that just seems fitting that it would go down like that.
Exactly. We have a garden tool officer here. New York DLC employee arrested after selling her box after securing cell blocks for homies who just got locked up.
Oh, okay. So she was a rider, man. She was showing the box for the homies locked up.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, man. You know what? I bet you, in any prison or jail, it's that one CO. You got one female CO that, you know what I'm saying, got something going on with one of the prisoners or multiple prisoners. You know what I'm saying? I think women in general is like bad boys anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet you in any correctional facility there's that one rogue female correctional officer who do anything for the prisoners, man.
No doubt. And here we go. We have a Florida man arrested after losing control of his Benz and driving it into a Verizon store while receiving some topping off from a companion.
Wow. Hey, man, of course, every man has, I hope in their lifetime, has had the pleasure to experience a couple of things, man. All right, and one of those things that is near and dear to my heart is getting topped off while you're driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't experienced that in your life, man, you need to redo some things. You need to take a look at the things going on in your life, man, because if you never had that done to you, you don't know how special that feels, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the feeling alone itself, but then on top of that, while you're driving, it adds danger. It adds risk to it. And you see that's what happened when old boy ran to the Verizon shop. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he said when they hit the Verizon shop? He said, "Can you hear me now?" You know what I'm saying? So,
good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, hey, man, hats off to them. And you know what? I hope the law, it don't come down on too bad, man. You know, I think anybody will be able to understand. You know, sometimes you lose control, you know, when you get topped off while you're driving there.
Exactly, and it's always a good feeling. This is also funny as hell. Venezuelan woman arrested after attempting to smuggle her lover out of prison in a suitcase.
Wait a minute now. So, was it a midget?
Nah, he was a grown man.
A
grown man.
Nah, man, you don't get no grown man out of prison. I mean, out of jail in a suitcase.
Yup.
Really? Man, was it one of those Circus Olay prisoners, man? They can be flexible and bend in all kinds of shapes and stuff. Cause that's the only way I can see that happening.
She had one of them big industrial suitcases, bro. Let it roll.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Hey, you know, what you won't do for love sometimes, man. But nah, man, I can't physically see that. Like, he shouldn't weigh no more, maybe like 100 pounds.
About here, 154.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, maybe about a little guy, 154. That's crazy though. And they really thought they might work, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, this is also wild. Florida man arrested after putting boss in a figure 4 leg lock after giving him a poor evaluation, severely posting about his performance on Facebook.
Wait a minute now. So the boss, and I know everybody gets evaluations at work and everything, but does the boss put it on social media?
Yeah, about his bad employee. He came and put him in a figure 4 leg lock the next day.
Hey, see, that's what he did, man. You don't blast nobody, man. You handle that within, closed doors of the office there. You don't put nobody on blast, you know what I'm saying? And then you don't think that it's not going to get back to the person that you put on blast, or like that person not going to know you're talking about him, man. Come on, man. He deserved a figure 4 headlock, man. He should have Jimmy Superfly Snooker off a desk or something at their job, man, and body slam that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And God bless rest of soul, Jimmy Superfly Snooker there. But yeah, you can't do that to your employees, man.
Well, that's right here in Tennessee. Tennessee man arrested after beating down neighbor with shovel after finding pine cones from tree in his gutter and finding pine cones in his dog's water bowl.
Man, it's in Tennessee. They say what city?
Jackson.
Okay, I was about to say it had to be like Jackson or some country town here in Tennessee, man. Tripping over some acorns, really, bro?
Yes.
Really, man? Oh, I'm sorry, acorn. Is it pine cone, right?
Pine cones, yeah.
Pine cone, yeah. Pine cone, acorn, yeah, man. Come on, man. Yeah, that sounds like some Jackson, Tennessee. People in Jackson, they're a little off to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people in West Memphis, a little slow. Same thing in Jackson, Tennessee, man. Yeah, something ain't right up there, man. Something going on with water or something. All those folks up there a little loopy in the head, man. Yeah,
when you cross that Forked Deer River, it just goes south for you. Or the Loothahatchee, it goes south for you.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the further east you go in Tennessee, man, you gonna meet some crazy ass people, man.
Exactly. Well, Florida man arrested after throwing bowling ball at server after he got the order wrong and tried to holler at his baby mama when she placed the order.
Wait a minute now. Let's go back. Let's review this one, man. We gotta study this one now. All right, now run that back. Let me get details now again.
Florida man arrested after throwing bowling ball at server after he got the order wrong and hollered with baby mama when she placed the order.
All right, so dude just happened to have a bowling ball, just, you know what I'm saying, like just with him, just chilling. And then first of all, how do you get the strength to even throw a bowling ball? Like, I have a hard time just trying to roll that junk down the lane myself. So how you gonna pick it up one hand and just throw it at somebody, dog?
Exactly.
I don't know about that one, man. Now, I mean, you know, I was kind of butthurt too. You try to holler at my girl, but I ain't about to throw I'm about to throw his hand. I ain't about to throw a bowling ball at you, bro.
Why do you have a bowling ball inside a restaurant already? Why did you just have it with you in the restaurant? Like, what's up with that?
That's crazy, fool. Like, hey, man, I know I'm on my way to bowling practice, but let me throw this joint at you real quick, trying to holler at my girl. And you got my order, you got my chicken nuggets wrong also, man. Hold on, bro.
It's crazy.
That's retarded right there. Yeah.
That story right there sticks out right there. It sticks out like real. Woo-wee. Here we go. Wyoming woman arrested after beating woman down in Kroger's after refusing to admit that her son took her son's dollar he dropped in the aisle earlier.
Wow, man, there's a couple things in the story that tripped me out, man. Like when we was kids, I remember how, like, if you was rolling the basket as a kid, let's say you was with your parent, your mom or something, and she was in front of the basket, and you would hit her ankles or something with that basket, dog. Yeah, did that ever happen to you, man?
It did.
All right. Yeah, I got plenty of whoopers from that. And then also, like, let's say, for instance, you get 15 items or less line, right? And you know somebody got 30. Way more than 15 items. They got 45 items. Somehow they fit 45 items in that small little basket. And you looking at them like, bro, you know you ain't supposed to be in this line, man. You know what I'm saying? You get mad at them. But as far as, yeah, man, like if you know somebody got your money, right? You know, say you dropped it, you see them pick it up. Man, it's $1, man. Give them folks $1 back. Man, like it's $100. Now, boss, you drop $100, bro. I ain't gonna. If you don't say nothing about it, I'm gonna pick that junk up. You know what I'm saying? And just hold on to it for you until you say something about it, man. I ain't gonna just voluntarily give it back to you.
You gonna hold it just in case I don't. In case I don't say nothing about it. Like, yeah, okay, boss, cool.
Yeah, man.
He ain't missing it. He good.
Oh yeah. But, you know, I'll buy you a drink or something at the club with it or something, man.
No doubt. Get this. Florida man arrested after pile driving through girlfriend's baby daddy's house with a Mack truck after he sent pictures of his hook to her saying, quote, "I'm about to hook you back up with the hook."
Wow, savage. Hey, man, Captain Hook, you know what I'm saying? Like, some cats are bold, man. You know, but, yeah, you gotta be careful with those ticks and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be real selective with that, man. But, if you gonna shoot your shot, you think you can make it happen, man. You know, hit sin. You know, but, yeah, you gotta be careful with that, boss.
No doubt. Here we go. Ohio man arrested after knocking out man with frozen hams in Sam's after being jumped in line for samples because he's, quote, ugly ass son of a gun.
Man, tonight's boss report, it has so many layers to it, man. Like, normally it's like one or two stories, you be like, what the hell? But like, a majority of these stories tonight, dog, it is multi-layered, man. Like, what is going on? Boss, why are you so complex with these stories tonight, man?
These are the best ones I had I could go with tonight.
Yeah,
the
man.
cutting room floor was pretty worse than this. This is the most radio ready stories I had tonight.
Dude, 2017 is very multi-layered already, man. It's kind of complicated this year, dog. You know what I'm saying? Normally the Bossman report be kind of just straightforward to the chase. Nah, man, you got about 4 or 5 different things going on this year so far, man. let me go back. All right, I heard Sam's Club. I heard samples, which is everybody should, you know, if you ever done that thing, you should experience in your life one time. Go to Sam's Club and just, you know, spend the whole day in there and just get samples all day. You know how full you would get off of samples full, and then just make faces each time you go to get a sample like you a different person. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
yeah, man. But you say, dude. No, he said you hit him because he was an ugly dude. He was a little ugly dude.
Here we go. Ohio man arrested after knocking out man with frozen hams in Sam's after being jumped in line for samples and the man being a quote ugly ass son of a gun.
Oh, okay. So you got jumped. That's one thing. You got jumped the line. All right, and you got jumped the line by a little ugly dude. Oh man. Nah, you gotta catch these hands, man. Or catch these frozen hams, if you will. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, you ain't gonna jump me. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, the fine female. Yeah, it's one thing. Yeah, baby, go ahead. Nah, you a dude, and you a little ugly dude too. Nah, bro. You gotta catch these hams, man.
And final story for you. This is a story from this past weekend. Georgia man was arrested after spearing Seattle Seahawks fans who tried to join their tailgate before a playoff game.
I like that, boy. So you Bobby Boucher, Seahawks fan?
Yes.
Hey, man, all right, I'm really glad you saved this for the last story, man, because I've been noticing over the last few years, I'm sure it's been going on for a while, but it's more prevalent now with social media, people posting videos and stuff about the visiting, these visiting teams and visiting fans rooting on their teams in visiting stadiums, man. You know, if I'm not, like, for instance, all right, 2017 coming up, all right, the Cowboys are going to play the Raiders in Oakland, or maybe, it's going to be Oakland this year.
They're playing in Atlanta, too, this year.
They coming to Atlanta. Okay, all right, it's another one, all right, for example. All right, now, Atlanta may be a little more fan-friendly as opposed to, a little bit more visiting fan-friendly as opposed to the Black Hole. You know, in Oakland, the 49 fans also, they ruthless as well. But nah, bro, like if I'm watching my Cowboys in San Francisco or Oakland, you know what, boss? I don't know if I would wear my Cowboy jersey, bro. I think I would have like something Cowboy on. Yeah, I would cover it up. Maybe have like a Cowboy shirt jersey on underneath what I'm wearing. But like it's wild out there, dog. Like people are taking this to heart when their team lose, man. So, you know, I don't know if I could cheer for my Cowboys or what, man, and not catch no hands if you go to a business stadium, man.
Exactly, man. Hey, it's messed up, but I mean, you want to tailgate my man Spears.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher. But then on the other hand, as far as with Atlanta, like, they're not going to mess with you unless you just, like, talking shit. The Seahawks fan was probably talking some noise, you know, and then got Bobby Boucher. That's probably what happened.
No doubt, bro. What's your take on this first report of the year for you, man? What's your take on it?
Hey, man, I gotta get with it, man. 2017 Boss Report is very complicated. It's very layered. There's a lot of different things going on this year. 4 or 5 layers there, man. I felt like I was doing an essay, man. ACT test or something, man. There's a lot of things going on, man. You know what I'm saying? But great stories once again, bro.
It's just funny how you evolved, bro. I remember when you first came on the show, you was like, "Boss, you making this stuff up, boss." Let me say it all the time.
I swear to God, I thought it was made up. First,
you realize quick, I'm not that good at making this stuff up. I'm not that good. I can't think this stuff up. I'm not that good.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, God bless America, man. Especially tomorrow with Trump taking office, man.
Boy, well, hey, look here. Be careful that wall get up real quick on him.
Bruh. You gonna build a wall through Atlanta?
Yeah. I hope not, man. It can happen real quick. Real quick. Well, bro, before you go, what's going on with your spots, man, in Memphis? When people want to come to town, holler at you, what's going on with those spots, man?
Hey, man, you know, the P. Diddy karaoke, like you said, man, you know, somehow, some way, man, like, I got into this thing being a sports radio guy, and now I'm the P. Diddy karaoke, so go figure, man. But, man, we popping on Friday nights, a new spot, Cloud Blue, man. It's very grown and sexy up in there, 3285 Hacks Cross Road. If you in the city this weekend, man, the city of Memphis, come check us out, man. And then Saturday night, we at Clicks Pool Hall, Clicks Billiards, They all across the country, man. Matter of fact, they got one in Atlanta, so we might be coming down to Atlanta pretty soon and doing some karaoke down there at the Clicks in Atlanta, bro.
No doubt. Well, folks, this is Bossman with the Bossman Radio Show, BossmanRadioShow.com.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.